Imagine waking up to the news that your visa is no longer valid, and that you have just months to pack up and leave the country you've called home for years. That's the harsh reality facing millions of immigrants in the UK right now. The year 2025 marks a major turning point as the government enforces sweeping immigration reforms that could force families apart, disrupt industries, and change the very fabric of British society. If you live in the UK or know someone who does, this is a must-watch report. What are these new immigration rules? Who will be affected? And could this lead to one of the biggest mass departures in UK history? Stay with us until the end because you need to know what's happening and what could come next. Understanding the new immigration rules. The UK government has introduced a strict new point-based immigration system, tightening the criteria for those who want to live, work, or reunite with their families in the country. Under this system, immigrants are awarded points based on skills, salary, education, and language proficiency. Only those who reach a certain threshold will qualify for long-term residency or citizenship. But that's not all. Family reunification sponsorships have become far more restrictive. Now, only immediate family members of British citizens or permanent residents can apply. Even then, strict financial requirements make it difficult for many to bring their loved ones to the UK. Skilled worker visas have also been drastically narrowed down, prioritizing only high-demand sectors like healthcare, engineering, and technology. Many industries that previously welcomed skilled immigrants are now facing major labor shortages. The goal of these reforms? The UK government claims they want to reduce net migration, prioritize economic growth, and protect national resources. But at what cost? The real-life impact on immigrants. For many immigrants, these changes aren't just political. They're deeply personal. Families who have lived in the UK for years, even decades, now face the terrifying prospect of being forced to leave. Take Joy, for example. She moved to the UK 15 years ago, built a career, and raised her 2 children here. But now, because of new financial requirements, she no longer qualifies for a visa extension. She could be forced to uproot her entire life. For businesses, the impact is equally severe. The healthcare system, which relies heavily on migrant workers, is already struggling to fill critical roles. Experts warn that without foreign doctors, nurses, and care workers, the NHS could face a staffing crisis. The hospitality, construction, and transportation industries are also at risk. Many businesses that depend on immigrant workers are now scrambling to find replacements, and some warn that the labor shortages could drive up costs and slow economic growth. Despite their contributions to British society, many immigrants feel abandoned, unwelcome, and uncertain about their futures. Why so many could be forced to leave? The harsh reality is that for those who don't meet the new visa criteria, there are only 2 options: find a way to qualify under the new system or leave the country. Immigration lawyers report an unprecedented surge in legal cases, with families and individuals desperately trying to secure their status before it's too late. But with deadlines looming and limited options available, many face an impossible situation. The government has also stepped up deportation efforts, particularly for those on expired visas or those unable to meet financial thresholds. Immigration enforcement is increasing, leaving many feeling powerless and fearful. But the question remains, will the UK government reconsider these policies, or will this lead to a mass exodus that could reshape the country's economy and workforce? Public backlash and calls for change. Across the country, protests and demonstrations are gaining momentum as activists, communities, and advocacy groups push back against the government's immigration crackdown. "We are not just numbers, we are people," one protester said. "We work, we pay taxes, we contribute. We are part of the UK." Activists argue that immigrants have played a crucial role in building the UK's economy, filling essential jobs, and enriching the country's cultural diversity. But will the government listen? Petitions calling for policy reversals or amendments have gained thousands of signatures, urging lawmakers to reconsider the human impact of these policies. Some MPs have begun voicing concerns, but for now, the government remains firm in its stance. Will public pressure be enough to change the course of these immigration policies? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a historic population shift in the UK? What comes next? With the clock ticking, millions of immigrants are facing life-changing decisions. Will they find a way to stay? Or will they be forced to leave the country they call home? As the situation unfolds, one thing is certain. This is just the beginning. What do you think? Should the UK soften its immigration policies, or do you believe these rules are necessary? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on global immigration and policy changes. Stay informed, stay aware, and we'll see you in the next video.